Hello, welcome back to Being and Nothingness. Okay, we're gonna continue the frustration today with a bit more Little Bean in a Big Pond. So I have gotten a couple of hints in this level. Does red still kick me out? Or does it even do anything? This red thing is completely useless. This red bookmark is... What? Oh, wow, I can't even... Wow, I can't undo before this. Oh, no I can. What? I'm so confused. Anyway, alright, let's take a look at the hints that I was given. So yeah, for Being and Nothingness, I also have a screenshot of someone else's solution at the very end point, so I will go back to looking at that if I get a bit too if I get a bit too like, what's the word for it? I don't know, if I get a bit too stuck. I'll look at the screenshot of the final state of the puzzle and see what I can work from there. Okay, so let's take a look at the hints. So your goal in the puzzle is to get a yellow bean from the left side to the right side somehow. As a general rule, the poster would always avoid using your resources early. They could always serve more than one purpose. In the case of the puzzle, you use the yellow bomb on the right too early. So when I use the yellow bomb on the right to destroy all of these rollers, these blocks, I apparently did it too early. Apparently I could have done a lot more than just this. You can't retrieve a yellow from the left in the state that your screenshot is in, since the vine would just sit on it and you'd have no way of getting it back. The only way would be if the vine is the yellow bean and then the ice, and that's not possible with level geometry. So, the poster would have gone down a line of thinking where you need to combine an explosion on the right with the vine retrieving something on the left. Okay, I think I see what they mean. So, it's kind of... okay, it's kind of not what I have going on here. Because the vine could potentially have pulled something across. However, because it then freezes this bomb, it blocks line of sight, so it can no longer grab anything again. If it were able to grab and then the explosion occurs while the beam was like here, the vine would drop it and it would kind of be very useful. So I think that's nice. I think that's a good idea. But is it really? I don't know. Okay, so that's the first hint. I need to combine an explosion on the right with a vine retrieving something from the left. Okay. For a less direct hint, I'd suggest pondering why the magic barrier and the strip of tile on the right, so magic barrier, strip of tile on the right, so I think they mean left, are set up like that. I mean, the magic barriers makes it very likely, or it makes it seem as if I need this line to be shootable for some reason. I think that is a reason why magic barriers are set up exactly like that. But the question is, what would I shoot from here, and from which direction? Okay, well, it's very obviously, if I were to shoot along that line, I must shoot this way. Because before that, if I were here and shooting this way, right, I couldn't have like rearranged any of this to be shootable from here. So it must be that me or a cloud shoots towards the left from here. If the magic barrier were built in such a way to only allow this line to be shot at. Then my next question would be, shoot at what? And why is that helpful? What could I shoot at? I mean, we did try a bomb moving left and right, and then an icicle bean here, right? Then as the bomb oscillates... As the bomb oscillates, if I shoot the icicle bean into an icicle, the bomb would hit that icicle and destroy it. But that loses us in an explosion. It seems like I definitely want 2 explosions here at least. Like if an explosion occurred here, right? Then we need the other 2 explosions for this entire section, and so there are no bombs in the water at all. Which I don't know how that would work. The other option is what are the other options I have? I don't know. Then there was also the question of why this exact strip of tile is here. Okay, well, I always think of it as like being a prevention mechanism for me to prevent something from being shot here. But what if I tried to use that fact? Maybe a cloud in this area cannot shoot downwards, but is allowed to shoot this way. So that allows me to keep beams in this area without getting shot at by the cloud, and yet the cloud can exist here to shoot horizontally. Why would I want a cloud to shoot here horizontally? What is the purpose of a cloud shooting from here to here? Indeed, what is that purpose for? That's the second hint, the less obvious hint. See, there's so many questions that I would ask about this exact problem. It's like, I get the questions that I need to ask, but there's so many possible answers. I don't see the point of a cloud shooting horizontally here. I see why I would want to shoot horizontally here. But what? Shoot what? And like, do what afterwards? And then, okay, the next hint, or the previous hint, sorry. I need to combine an explosion on the right with a vine retrieving something from the left. Which seems to make sense, right? So the vine could potentially retrieve a bean. I have a little bit of a question, but I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't think so. Combine the explosion on the right with the vine retrieving from the left. It really seems like that might be the final step, actually, because once a vine grabs a yellow bean through, supposing it is successful, and I destroy it, then what I would be left with is the yellow bean plus the vine, and wouldn't that just be enough here? Also, another thing that I'm just really confused about is that in the screenshot of the final state of the level, there's a vine here that eats a bomb moving horizontally from here. And like, okay, I think that would only be necessary if the bomb was already moving horizontally. Like if the bomb existed as a bean, if the bomb existed as a bean, then I could just push it in here after turning that into a bomb. However, if it were a living bomb that was being pulled across, then there would be reason to actually push the bomb against the water and then have it be eaten from above. So that's what I think might happen. Okay, so our goal is to now bring across a legitimate bomb, while at the same time having the second bomb here blow you up. So vine here eating bomb from across, which makes me question, how do I combat this strip of land? Do I need to create extra land here? Maybe I do. Maybe... Actually, yeah, I think I do. Do I? As long as I got something here that I could stand on. Okay. Then I could simply put the bomb here on my own. But the question then becomes, how do I shoot it? Because the barriers look very restrictive. I might need to shoot it... Actually, I'll have to shoot it from like here, so there will need to be a second ice block here. Plus bomb. So 2 ice blocks. Okay, and I guess if it were a white bean being dragged, okay. Wait, I might have an idea. So I would want like, how about an icicle here, bomb here to act as a bridge, and then white bean here. Yeah, see, but the issue is that I can't shoot here. And I would like to stand here and shoot downwards. Because that will cause you to turn into a frozen cloud which falls and actually causes it to be ground here. Is there a better spot for this icicle? But if the icicle exactly hits here, right, there are very few actual locations it can be in. One of them is here. Or here. Actually, here is also fine, but that seems unlikely. How do I get rid of you? I don't know. Like, I could do this, I could shove in you. Now I could try getting this being pulled across, but like... I mean, I'm already blocked. It's not gonna work. Yeah, so if I want the icicle to hit here, there are 4 locations it can be at. There's this... this. And anyway, like, how would I get to these 2 spots if the vine tries to pull across? If the icicle... I mean, yeah, the icicle has to hit this point, right? Does it? Because it has to freeze here. I mean, it doesn't have to freeze here. It could be a frozen block being pushed across. But how would a frozen block end up here? And like, this wouldn't explain why this is necessary. Well, okay, if... No. Like, being here basically just causes the end of the puzzle to be... I need to be here at the end of the puzzle. I can't do anything here anymore once I get here. So I can't go... or I shoot here and then I walk across back here to do stuff? No. I can't do it here, can I? No. But I guess it would be really interesting. Like this kind of thing, I guess. I really never actually considered something like this. I mean, yeah, then I would need a second... I would need a second place to step on to actually turn you into a bomb. Or I could do it from above. I could do it from here. But then there's basically... no difference in my solution. Actually, there's a little bit of difference. The difference is I can't actually stand here anymore. And like, I want the bomb to be pulled from here, exactly, because... yeah. I want it to be pulled from here so that it could drop the bomb off here while the explosion occurs here. And I'm thinking, since that all occurs like in this area, is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. Once I get a bomb here, if that were possible, then we would be done. So the question now is, how do I get the bomb here? Is the cloud useful, maybe? Because... yeah, I mean, potentially. But to get a frozen block here, it must be a cloud here that is frozen, I think. Because if a cloud can't exist here, a cloud can't exist there. A cloud must exist here. But does it have to be a cloud? Could it be anything? It can't be anything else. Like, I was wondering if maybe... maybe the vine... a frozen vine here is useless as well. How do I put a bomb here? It has to be on actual solid ground. We know that if we shot a bean that was in mid-air, grabbed by a vine, the vine would drop the monster. So it has to be on solid ground. Wait, so why didn't I just... okay, so why don't I just use this point? Then I use the moving bomb to kill the icicle when I need it to. So the moving bomb does this. And basically the vine starts off by creating the frozen cloud there. I need to be on the other side. Hold on. Okay. So I need to freeze the cloud first. Bomb destroys the icicle. And there you go, that's a legitimate bomb. Oh, and then are we not done from here? Oh, we might be done. Look at that. Bomb bounces off and gets eaten by the vine. Like how we drew it up. Wow! It was really that simple. I had all the tech that I needed from last episode. We discovered the final trick necessary to construct a solution. Everything else we had discovered long ago. And in the last episode, we discovered that final trick. And that was all I needed. After a bit more questioning and finding out how the final step of the puzzle was, I could finally solve it. Oh my goodness. That's it. The Island of Ice has been mastered. Wow, I'm really glad that I got all those hints. Because even then the puzzle was still a puzzle and I eventually solved it. Wow. I have never ever felt proud of myself. I have never ever felt proud of myself for solving a puzzle after hints. But for this one special instance, I actually do feel proud of myself for solving the puzzle even after receiving hints. Cool. Okay, well, that's that done. Thank goodness. Well, maybe I'm more relieved than proud that that level is over. We solved it, hooray. There you go, 20 out of 20 icicles. Now we have 2 more puzzles to go before we can continue with island number 9. So let's go to island 6. This would be Forgotten Switch, I think. Which I did mention was one of the hardest 5 beans out there. I think like even among 5 bean puzzles, this one would be considered challenging. So actually let's just go there right now. Forgotten Switch it is. Okay, so we have a bunch of saves. I'm gonna not use any of them because I want to experience the puzzle again in case that gives me any new insight. Oh, it's a loop, but we discovered that some things were possible without looping, despite looping seemingly necessary. So it appears that perhaps you want to make a bomb oscillate onto this switch on a loop, but because of this structure here, that's definitely not possible. Okay. So how would it be possible? We want it to be on for a while, then off again. And specifically, we want it to be on for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. We want it to be on for 5 turns continuously, or on twice with at least 3 turns of spacing between the 2 on switches. Okay. We have 2 blobs, a vine, and a bomb. We learned that this method can help us convert purple beans into other color beans. So for example, I can blow up. Actually, I can't get any more beans. So 2 bombs is all I have actually. 2 bombs is all I have. There is no way to generate more. Well, I can generate more bombs. Yes, actually. They are useful, but oh, that really increases the number of things I can do. Because I was initially thinking that 2 bombs means that potentially those 2 bombs are exactly what is needed to step on this twice. But it might be also possible that a bomb destroys a blob, and then that blob is then... Is that a thing that I can do? A bomb destroys a blob, that turns into another bomb, which is then used in the machine again. I would say it seems unlikely, because to do that, the blob must first be in the line of sight of the vine, right? So that the vine will pick up the bomb after the blob turns into it. But in that case, wouldn't the blob already have been converted to a vine in the first place? Just by being in the line of sight of that vine to begin with. Could I exert momentum onto a blob that turns into a bomb? I don't think so. All blobs, when exploded, just become stationary bombs. Right. Okay. Well... Sorry, I'm just thinking a bit. This whole chamber, what is it for? Okay, it allows you to use a block to put a vine here potentially. But not in front of me, so... Yeah. I think we learned in the previous iterations or the previous versions of this puzzle is that I can be pulled across, I can do cool stuff. So I think like I can put a bomb down here, activate it, activate the vine down here. Yeah, and this theoretically lets me live. Not for long, but it lets me live. That's one way it could have worked. I don't know what this did. I just put 2 beans here. Yeah. And I don't know what this is either. I think this is... something that's very close. Oops. Yeah, like, I don't know what this is all about, but... this is very close. But not quite. So we found two very close solutions, I guess. Anyway, it seems like it's a potential, or as a possibility, that I get grabbed by the vine and then a bomb blows the vines up, which allows me to do things. Sorry, a vine here has the reach all the way up there, right? Yeah. Actually, hold on. Here's a question. Have I used all the vines available here? Yes. Could I generate more vines? Maybe. If I put a vine here, that would be very interesting. It would open this permanently. But there are still problems. The main one being... How would I destroy you to open this? Yeah, that's the main problem I have. I wanna pull, oh. Like, what is this for, actually? Is this related? I think this might be related. I can put stuff here, yeah. So this red thing allows me to put stuff here. Okay. So let's assume this spot was very important and I did want to put something here. What would it be and why? In the previous attempts, have I previously tried to choose? It could be a blob, but why would I want it to be a blob? The only thing good is that the blob could turn into a vine, because I don't know if any explosions around this area turning you into a bomb would be useful. If that were the case, why wouldn't I just put a vine down? Well, maybe the blob doesn't want to be a vine yet. Yeah, maybe like it's primed to grab something from here. But why? Or be primed to grab something from here. Or maybe it's primed to grab something from here as it gets pulled down by a vine, but I don't want it to... Yeah, so like potentially the idea is that I don't want it to be a vine because you would be disruptive. Then after a while, when I want it to become a vine eventually, I can activate the vine that turns you into a vine, and then it could do stuff. I don't see how pulling down from here is viable or useful, but I could see pulling across from here as maybe a little bit useful. Okay, maybe that's not the right question to ask. Maybe it's not right to ask what to put there. Maybe that's there to be like a bunch of beans to act as fodder or something. Maybe... well, I don't see how else I could use it. I could get to it, definitely. Okay. The right question I should be asking, which I haven't answered yet, is by what method am I going to temporarily hold this? How can I be sure? Is it a single bomb that stays here for 5 turns? Is it 2 standing objects that individually step on this for 1 turn at least? It could be two individual objects, actually. Okay, it could be two individual objects. But I could see maybe if I somehow had maybe a bomb here pulled up by a vine, turning two blobs into bombs. I only 3 blobs for that actually. No, that would not be valid. I could put a bomb here by having a vine. Actually, no. How would I bring a blob to this location? That would not be possible. This thing allows me to bring in a blob behind me, but not in front of me. I mean, a blob behind me is still somewhat useful. Because I'm thinking, if I could set up all the other vines to do something to grab me from here. What was the setup to grab me from here? Here? This one? Could I potentially leave a vine there? I could, right? Well, at this point I've already lost a lot of my beans. One explosion's already been used here. Oops. To put this here. The other explosion must be... What if I had left the bomb? What if I had left the blob like here to turn that into a bomb? Is a bomb there good? What's a good spot for a bomb? I wish I knew. That's the only viable spot for a bomb at the moment, actually. So let's assume I want to do that. That block will become a bomb because it will be in the explosion radius. It would be kind of interesting. What was the setup for this again? It's like this. Could I have positioned this like... Maybe. Is the block gonna come with me? Oh, right. Yeah, see, this is the whole problem. It's just I don't know what to do at this point. Like, Vine there is okay, but why do I need it? Still haven't answered the question of what I want here. What are my options again? A single object standing here for at least 5 turns, then being pulled away. Now, how would that occur? No idea how that would occur. It could be a chain of blobs turning into vines. It could be... Actually, what would it be? No idea. If it were a blob, like how... I mean, a blob is interesting, but a blob can only be turned into a vine, which is very hard to remove. Is every part of this puzzle useful? If it was, I would ask the question, why is this cell here when it is not needed? I could stand here and achieve the same effect with this machine. Why is this cell important? Why is it important? It's not grabbable by this, so it's like a safe zone. It could potentially... Well, I don't know. Why? Honestly, like I feel like just another easy way to do this is if I got here with a bean, a vine could just grab it. Another vine could grab it. I could bomb this vine in time to just let go of you, right? Oh, but the problem with that is that this magical barrier prevents me from shooting you. So I need to take the trouble to go here again, shoot you, and then leave again, which is actually impossible in this case. Unless I went down here, which is... Is that likely? Is that achievable? I don't know. Okay. Now, we were dealing with vines with bombs again, right? Could an object in motion be useful here? Like, perhaps I want a moving bomb to be grabbed, then released, to like change its moving direction, or change the axis in which it's moving. But what usefulness could that have? It could be very useful. I don't see how useful it is right now. And how is the blob? Why is a blob? I don't know. I don't know why a blob is necessary for this. I mean, I can put... So if I had a vine here, I could put a blob here. And what would a vine there help me do? I could bring in a blob. And I could actually try to survive by doing this and standing here. This actually lets me survive, which I think is really interesting. That could be why this cell is useful. That actually could be why this cell is useful. But now why is this vine useful? Two vines in the same axis don't seem helpful at all. Anyway, if I could leave, how would I leave? I would leave like... Actually, I have no idea. Is the blob here? Yeah, here you are. So if I try to follow the setup that I have here, could have also went like what? Wait. It could have also gone like this maybe? Okay. I feel like this is very... Oh, I don't even have enough... I don't have enough beans. Like, this is 4 vines, yeah. It's like definitely not enough. Okay, I don't think I'm going like down any right tracks right now. What other options do I have? 2 objects going here, one after the other. It is possible, but actually, and that could work. Or could it? See, if there were 2 bombs here, the first bomb that was pulled over and pulled down, because the track here is so long, wouldn't the second bomb that's being pulled this way already have been like eaten way before? Yeah, I would say so. Like, eat, 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 eat. It takes 8 steps for you to pull here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It takes 6 steps for this vine to retract and pull in the other bee into this spot. So I do feel like that is not valid. There might be other ways to pull this off, but I think... How else could this go? Actually, I think we do know that... Actually, I think we do know that 2 vines fighting over each other actually work very well in a line of 6. Could I have a blob here? Ooh, could I have a blob there? Where's my blob? I don't know. This is a very consuming... Yeah, where did my blob go? I don't know where my blob went. I know at one point we could have converted a blob into a ball, into a vine, right? So I just do this. Whatever. Say we do this, right? Say for some reason I tried to pull this off. Yeah, oh, thank you for being out of range. I think that was actually perfectly done. If I try to do this, and I get pulled in... Oh... Right, that doesn't work. I need to be pulled in further. Okay, so then maybe I don't shoot that vine first. I shoot that vine later. You I do shoot though. Okay, so I bring the blob in like this. I want to leave the vine here. And maybe I could say the reason for that is actually I have no idea what for, really. Because I mean, yeah, you guys can fight, but I don't have anything to fight you guys to have you guys fight over, which is unfortunate. I wasted one explosion for something. I know. To create an extra vine because of 4 vines. I don't think I can do this with 3 vines. I definitely don't think it's possible. What happens if a vine was here? Why is that this space also? Why is there this space? Well, then your range is cut short by 1. Do I want that? Do I want your range to be cut short by 1? Maybe. It'd be really weird though, because if I entered here, I couldn't come out. If I entered here though, I could come out. Hmm. I'm so lost. I have absolutely no idea how to do this. I have no clue. There's just like zero way I can see to even progress. And I'm not sure if the reason for that is because I'm like scared of failing with a certain idea. That might be it. I'm just too scared that if I went forward with something and I tried really hard to make it work and it ended up not working, I would just have wasted my time. But I don't think I should be. I think I should just try, but I don't have anything else left to try. Well, that's because I assume all my previous options were horrible and didn't have any use. Maybe I have learned all the tricks that I need to learn, and then once again, I just need to find the right way to piece them all up. So, why is having 2 objects here fighting over each other useful? I can just actually, like, really, I can just test this out. Let's just put another beam here. Wait, what? Oh. Is it the other? Is it what? Is it here? No. That doesn't work. What is the right distance? Is it a gap of 6 or is it like a total length of 6? Maybe it's a gap of 6. Oh, if it's a gap of 6, I don't think this works. I'm trying very hard to find a setup that works. Yeah, okay, it's a gap of 6. It's a gap of 6 that works. Well, a gap of 6 is useless because we don't have a good gap of 6. There's a gap of 5. Actually, with this is a gap of 6. But why? No, that doesn't make sense. This and this fighting over something. I mean, realistically, I could see it being possible. But for what reason would I want that to be a thing? Is there no way out of you? Oh, there might be no way out of you. Okay. Well, this isn't possible. Just straight up isn't possible here. I think with so few doors, it has to be something that isn't replicable over a long period of time. It must just be a short period solution. What other options are there besides? It could also be a vine here that eats a bomb that's pulled across, right? Yeah, just if a bomb was pulled across and a vine ate it, that would also reopen this door. So I just need to stand here, I need to shoot. It grabs the bomb. So now I need something here and something here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, I mean, technically I have one more turn of time here, actually. Okay. So, new goal. Vine here, bomb here. Is that possible? Well, we do know with one explosion I can put a bomb here. But that gets rid of a lot of explosions, doesn't it? Okay, maybe the better option is to actually do this first. But then I need to put the vine here. So I need more vines and not more bombs. Maybe a blob here is better, because that will turn it into a vine instead. Okay, so what were the steps that allow me to do that? Wait, okay, how did I do this with... How do I have two bombs here? Right, I blew up a blob. I might not be able to do this. I might not have the beans to do that. Also, you are going to be a problem as well if I keep up this whole thing. This was another possible solution. Okay, maybe if I put the blob there like that. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna get grabbed. Ah. I'm too far off. I have so many possible options for this. This feels a lot easier to pull off, so let's try that. So, okay. I'm gonna use that setup to try and put a blob here. Okay, everything's gonna be basically the same. Except this time I put the bomb like here maybe. The blob stays here. All of you guys do your stuff. mean, you're the only guy that actually gets to be a vine for now. Okay. Blob. Blob bean. This doesn't time right, does it? I get pulled up. Right. Oh my goodness, what is grabbing me at this point? I mean, it might work if, like, I don't know. I don't know why or when it might work, but there are occasions where it might work. Maybe. Maybe. No. That's just way too early. It doesn't work. It's very, is it close to working? I don't know. I don't know how close it actually is to working. Did I just get eaten up here? I would have been fine if this guy didn't eat me up. As far as I already put a blob down here, it's not I think I can do anymore. I go a bomb, like, this basically does the exact same thing. That is so cursed. That is actually really cursed. But yeah, this doesn't occur with the blob because that blob becomes a vine. And that vine grabs me, so it actually is harmful. Blob can drop in water. Actually, I realize this is really useful because I could put a bomb down here at the same time. Whoa, that is doubly useful, this setup. The only issue is that vine. Could I somehow get that vine to not eat me? Oh! Wait, okay, this is Okay, what? So, looks like the vine above has priority now. Ah, this looks so good. Now I'm missing something. How do I avoid this from happening? Okay, I'm wondering if this were to occur one column closer, it wouldn't work because the explosion would get me. There is no way this can work one column further, right? Just like there's no spacing for that. And even if there was, the problem of this still remains. Where yeah, the problem of that still remains, okay. But What other ways are there for that to occur? Okay, so I am very interested in this setup now. We want Vine here to eat something, and then something, something, something. I don't want to get past this Vine though. Actually, it's very easy to get past this Vine. Just walk under it. Yeah, okay. So Vine here seems good. I can try and get a block here. I need to get back though, without being eaten by either block. I'm wondering if it might be possible for me to be pulled down. No, but see, the biggest problem is that I'm always going to get pulled upwards. So there must be a way to avoid that. Oh, maybe as I'm being pulled upwards... I need to be pulled over first, then upwards, then over again. Okay, well, if that were the case... we know a bomb will be... We know one of the vines must be here. Maybe I don't put the bomb down. Maybe the bomb goes somewhere else. Okay, let's not put the bomb down and see if this yields any interesting results to begin with. Because I'm thinking, as I'm being pulled up, this bomb could actually... Or maybe here. Could actually pull me in to save me from you. And maybe this guy could return to pull the bomb? Maybe, okay. Crap, I keep forgetting. I need to set you to be an actual vine first. Yeah, no, correct. What? Oh, I didn't get it. Yeah, fine. So, yeah, so this pulls me in. I get pulled up, but I get saved by you. I get eaten by you. Ugh. So could an explosion have occurred at this point to save me? Because I could have put one of the bombs here. This looks so suspicious, honestly. I don't like this at all. The explosion has to occur at this point, right? Like, how is that possible? Maybe the initial vine will be in a different spot. Yeah, but if the vine is like further away, I don't see how things could get better. Maybe it looks more interesting, but like I wouldn't know how to survive this. Also, like there's this very suspicious amount of time I have to like pause here, and I don't know. It doesn't feel right. The fact that I have to like wait for a turn here. Ooh, wait a whoa. Right, if I put the blob down first, that's interesting. But now I get eaten by you. Of course. I wonder if there's any way to resolve that. Could a bomb have done anything at this point? No, because if I'm being pulled down, right, there's no way a bomb can save me. I will always either fall into the water or be eaten by you. So like being eaten by you is also a problem. Hmm. Ah, this feels closer. But there are a lot of things I need to like try and fix, I guess. So I'm being pulled in by this vine. Wait. Yeah, if they're two away, it's very nice. If they're one away, it's not as nice. And like, I don't know what to do from here. This is closer. But I just don't see any tweaks. I don't see any tweaks I could have made to make this better. I might have to go for a completely different idea here, to be fully honest. But it's so tantalizing that like I get to do both of the things I want to do at the same time. It's so tantalizing that I can do that. Like, why would I have wanted to do that? No. Yeah. Like, what? That's too far away. I just don't get far enough. I still get pulled up. And it doesn't really matter because like even if I were to be pulled by the other vine, being pulled in here and then being pulled up by you feels like a big problem. So I feel like maybe that's not what they want. Okay, wait, what's the plan again? Vine here, bomb being pulled across, and then being eaten upwards. Right. If it were a blob here... Actually, does that need to be a vine here? Yes, to pull down the blob, obviously. But then it would hit the... What if it were me that they brought down here? Brought me down, I put the blob there, and then... How would something get put there? It would need to be pulled in by the vine, maybe? But then, like, it would need to pull me, and then this thing. And the bomb would need to explode, and then, like, that's just so many things it needs to do. If I put the bomb, if I put the... If I put the bomb here and try to shove it, maybe that's okay? I feel like we would lose... Wouldn't we? We might not actually lose time. That might actually work out, timing-wise. Trying to shove. Oh, it's you! You trying to be a troublemaker. Too slow, it's way too slow. For me to activate that. Like, I have to actually do this. But then, like, you start pulling in already. Actually, if you do start pulling in, I think that's fine, right? Well, not necessarily. It would certainly be interesting. But I don't think it will be any good. This feels maybe a bit better. So I'm the one that goes through this process. Where what we had this setup. What the heck was this setup? Something like that. But like not really. Then like it would be something else that pulls something here. So something pulls here. At the same time I get pulled down. If I had like, what is the path that I would take? I need so many vines for that though, wouldn't I? If I just done this and put a blob down, what, 4 blobs plus 3 bombs? I guess it's not impossible. I guess it really isn't impossible. Okay, so I lose so many materials doing that though. Yeah, I lose way too many materials doing that. Like way too many. Hooray! But that doesn't help me do anything, cause yeah. I need to use every explosion for like a lot of stuff, I guess, maybe. Like an explosion. I mean, the idea that a blob just becomes the vine, I guess may already be good enough. But like, I guess not really, right? It's too slow. For a blob to become a vine. I guess not. Still have 2 blobs, which is interesting. One of them would have been used for an explosion somewhere. Because I would need to go back in again and get back out. So like the explosion must have done something good. The explosion would have put the... I don't know. The problem is that if I put the... This might not have been a good place for the bomb then. The bomb would have been maybe like behind. But would it just be eaten up? The closer object always gets chosen. Yeah. It's like the only viable spot for the... Hmm. Yeah, I don't. I'm just like playing around with the whole thing, but it's not working out. It just doesn't work out. I still don't know what I want to do. Like, definitely what I thought was the right idea feels so. It feels so like the right idea. Where in the same pass, I can manage to have both of these filled with bomb here, blob here. But okay, to work towards that goal, there are still multiple routes, and I don't know how any of them work. And which one will actually lead me there? I need so many different things from different people. Like if I'm getting pulled down with a blob here, right? I need to be pulled in at the same time as a second vine pulling in from here. And then somehow these two need to be destroyed at the same time. I just don't know how that's gonna work. I do have a second blob, but because there are four, yeah, there are four vines in the solution. So one of the blobs is already a vine. Like, is there any way that I can push in a bomb to destroy stuff? If I get pulled in, right? This vine that's here, I don't know where else it can be. It can't be there because its reach is so long. Like, its best position is here because I could actually circumvent that. The vine's reach. I feel like that's why this is built like that. So there's exactly this passage to walk through. Maybe not. But once this guy is here, a lot of other things around here get in the way. I don't know how to avoid that. I forget what this was the idea for. This doesn't make it. This is actually bad. This is too slow. This is one too fast for some reason, which I don't like. I think regardless of where this vine is, it doesn't change the outcome here. Isn't this like really close already? Maybe not actually, because this guy's still alive. Yeah, and I do still have to get out of the range of this guy, which is not easy. Who said the bomb wasn't there? What can I do? Right, we'll get pulled in, and then like, yeah, this is where the actual issue is. That's interesting, I guess, but like, oh, yeah, those guys fighting over. You know, if this could have happened without the blob getting hit, right, that would be really interesting. But the question is that actually possible? Is it possible to do that? I feel like no. Like, you could grab me from here, that would be sufficient to block you, but that's not the right column. The right row, I mean. Just gotta get out of the way as well. I mean, like, well out of the way. Just trying to see how these all interact. And see if I can get anything out of it. Like, you would be sufficient to block the vine until I'm past. Oh, right, I forget this was a thing. So even then, it's not like... It's not good enough. What am I getting myself into anyway? If the vine started out here, I still have time, right? I would still have time, I think. If that were the first vine that got me. Yeah, I would definitely still have time to do stuff. Okay. Then this... Is this... Is there ever a point... The explosion needs to occur here. And I don't know what the explosion has to be. Like up here maybe? The problem is I leave you alone for so long that, like, if there were any bombs in your reach, right, you would definitely have eaten them by now. Which is why I can't just put the vine here first. But the problem with that is that if I made you into like a blob to start, I'm never actually fast enough for this to block this line of sight. So like, how do I make it so that... 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 How do I make it so that at some point I get released here? Like, it is at this point where the explosion needs to occur, like, at the back. Where I am not affected by you guys are. I just have no idea where that would even be doable. Like, this just isn't fast enough. This is nowhere near fast enough. Cool wins here. Yeah, the up pool wins. I guess that's interesting. Hmm. This is so weird. This is so weird. This is so weird. I don't want to be eaten by you, but like I have no idea how to avoid that. And I am so tired of it. There's no better way of you existing. I don't know what this is about, but like this is a different setup, but I'm fairly certain it doesn't work. Oh. Oh, the bomb goes already. Oh, it goes up there instead. So now there's nothing stopping me. Right, of course. I don't know, I'm just trying random setups at this point, but like, none of them are gonna work. Yeah, that guy grabs the vine, grabs the bomb. like I don't know what it is. I'm trying really hard, but there's nothing here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give up on this. Maybe ask for a hint again. You know. I'm gonna try with my closest attempt. I think it was. Let's try and recreate the closest attempt and save that. Okay, closest attempt was this here. It was Vine here, here. Was it like this? Maybe. It was potentially like that. Was it like this, I think? I would say that's a good thing. Maybe. I say maybe. I don't actually know what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, this is as close as I can get. I don't know how to get any closer. So, oops, I guess. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this episode. I'll come back and see if there's anything I can do about this puzzle. So, yeah. Till next time, we'll get into the video. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.